and I'm like, I don't want you to pour me a drink. I want me to pour me a drink.
Right.
And I will pour a drink when I'm goddamn ready. And that may be in 2 minutes, but I'm not going to do it now on your clock because you keep telling me to drink. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch does it all the time. Man. Are you gonna go to Jed's thing?
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
I think I have River that weekend though, so it might be tricky.
It's tricky to River. All right, we'll have to find some sort of.
But it'll be fun.
Situation.
It'll be fun for sure. Let's see. I should definitely have Riv that weekend. Oh wait, I have her this weekend. I won't have her next week. Yeah. So I should have her that week.
So what's happening, gentlemen? Like, I feel like even though we're playing, like, I'm so mad that we're playing Cal. I fucking hate Cal.
Cal is stupid to play.
It's either like I said it earlier this week. I was like, I fucking hate the way Cal looks on TV.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand that because I feel like Cal looks stupid every way you look at it.
So, like the stadium, like when you watch the game on TV, it looks shitty. Like the field looks shitty, the stadium looks shitty, like the TV quality somehow gets lower because you're there. Like it just, I hate the way it looks on TV. It just looks shitty. And they're like, oh, hey, look at the most famous part of this stadium is that people don't want to pay to be
outside of the
here.
Stadium, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Up here on this rock that nobody actually cares about.
Oh man.
It's like let me do a story on FS1. I'll tell you how I watch duck games.
It's from up here.
Yeah.
In the good spot.
So, dude, oh man. So there's been this guy who's walking back and forth through the entire game, and he's like got headphones on, and it's super annoying. We got to find another place to stand. We got to move a couple sections or something, because the whole game he's like, go next, complete 7 yards, second down 3, run left, gain of 6, first down, ball 34. And so like he's just going back. It's like penalty on the play, holding 10 yards, second and 14. And so like after 2 weeks of this shit, like because he was doing this during the BYU game, and like we just kind of blew it off because we were beating BYU. But then like saw him again, and I'm like, okay, dude, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? Why are you on the phone for 4 hours telling somebody the play-by-play? Like, can't they just watch it on TV? He's like,
maybe he's talking to someone in prison.
No, that's what I thought maybe. But he said, no, I'm the fact relayer for live betting. So they're getting the most, like watching on TV gives you a 7-second delay.
Right.
But someone telling you immediately as it happens circumvents that delay, so they have a 7-second advantage on changing the lines over the people watching on TV.
Huh. Interesting.
So yeah, he's telling everything back to somebody in Las Vegas who's updating lines through the course of the game, live lines.
Do it from a fucking seat, asshole.
That's what I said. I was like, all this, like all the money you're no doubt making, and you can't get yourself a spot in the press box.
Right.
Like the press box doesn't give, like get yourself a box. They'll give you a box. I guarantee that. They give one to a fucking governor. They'll give one to you.
That's funny. Oh man. So today I woke up sounding normal, which is fun.
Yeah.
Because I did not sound that way yesterday.
Yeah, even up. Yeah. When did we talk? Was that Monday?
I think it was yesterday, actually.
Yeah, you did. Was that yesterday? You just kind of sound shitty. Whichever day.
Yeah, I sounded bad yesterday for sure. I mean, like, even when I woke up this morning, my nose was still super congested, and it's not bad right now. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was that's for sure.
You ever blow out like super old boogers, and you can tell that they're like super old from the, like just the way they're like constructed.
They're like stalagmites.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
or there's like the super like weird broken down jelly boogers too. Like I
Mhm.
blew out some of those this morning, and I was like, where the fuck has this been? Like it's like old smoke snot that's just been
Yeah.
back
Ugh.
in the back of my head.
Man, that reminds me of like the strip club Firehouse up there in Salem. Back before they banned smoking indoors. I remember hanging out in that place for like 6-8 hours. And I left, and the next day, like my nose hairs had the smell stuck to them, and I went and clipped all my nose hairs, and it was gone. But I was like, that's fucking bullshit. Please
Can you
don't do that again.
can you imagine being one of the girls that work there and your hair just permanently smells like
Ugh.
Aquanet and fucking cigarette smoke?
Right?
Like that's a fire hazard.
Mm-hmm.
Like with as much lotion and like, well, they're not supposed to use lotion because then you can get hurt on the pole. But like
Yeah,
with as much hairspray is involved, like you shouldn't be smoking in there. Like somebody's gonna catch fire.
Well, I mean, now you can't, but yeah.
Yeah, like then, back in the 80s.
It wasn't that long ago. It was when I lived in Corvallis.
But is it really that? Wow.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
They're trying to act like now they're trying to do like ban smoking in casinos, and I don't know
That's
how I feel
when,
about.
see, it was funny because, like, when that whole ban started, the casinos were like, no, we are not on your ground.
Yeah.
You're not stopping that. We have too many old people that are like, I need to smoke while I play my games.
Let me get my cigarette.
Get on the bus, Marjorie. We
need
need
to
to
go
go
smoke
smoke indoors.
So wild. Like, I remember when I was a kid, my parents smoked inside. And then when I was in junior high, this science teacher, he was the fucking weirdest, but he told us he would give anybody an A if they got their parents to quit smoking for the year, and if they smoked inside and you got them to smoke outside, he would give you an A for the quarter. So I at least got that one because I convinced my parents to smoke outside.
Well, how do you,
And my
I
dad
mean,
quit altogether.
can you just lie?
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents quit smoking too.
He didn't care. Yeah.
Like, oh man, my parents smoked so much, and now they don't smoke at all. They both went cold turkey, and there's not even a cigarette in the house. It doesn't even smell like cigarettes. It's amazing. What a turnaround.
He also did this thing where you would get an A. I don't remember if it was for the year, quarter, semester, whatever, but you definitely got an A for an extended period of time if you learned the periodic table and then got 100% on the test of the. And of course, I fucking was like, well, I'm not gonna not learn this.
Right.
So I fucking knew every single element.
I feel like there's a Animaniacs song that's every. I saw there was a girl who like passed some sort of a deal and got some extra credit because she knew all the countries in the world because of
I sent it
Animaniacs.
on
Because the
TikTok.
anime, yeah.
Was that? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Time for Animaniacs.
There is some tomfoolery going on in the background here.
I sort of sees it.
Hurry up.
Do 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 do
Go on,
do do.
Is that all else you wanted?
I need my robe.
Oh my god. You mean my robe?
Periodic table. Yep, there's an Animaniacs periodic table.
Where is it?
Presents
Can you hear that at all?
elements of the periodic table.
Wait.
I'm getting a fucking divorce.
But you don't.
Yeah, well.
The funny thing is this is not Animaniacs, and they're doing the states or the countries of the world. So I don't think Animaniacs actually did the periodic table. They did the countries and the states.
Oh.
Peru. Oh, that's funny. Ding.
Oh man.
God.
Okay.
Whew. Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna do something. I got an idea for a game,
Hey, look, it's Khaleesi.
dude.
Show us your tits.
I can't tell you how many times we were watching that show, and that fucking phrase came out.
Yeah.
Show us your tits.
Show us your tits. I like boobs.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
I was gonna say Dave needs to watch more Beavis and Butthead. He definitely needs to watch the new season because
Oh, he did. He watched
did.
with me. I'm pretty
Oh.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my, it's amazing.
Manslaughter.
Manslaughter.
Dude, that episode had me laughing so hard.
We kept saying it just randomly for a while too.
Dude, for like a week. And, like the funniest part was like you could always tell who had seen the episode first because there would just be that would enter the group chat.
Right?
The episode where Beavis destroys the TV. So check this out. So the other day, the whole thing, he destroys the TV and is like, we don't have a TV anymore. He's like, why not? Oh yeah. And so we stop off at the casino on our way back to cash in on all the bets I won, and like my car is full of Bailey's shit, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pull in here, and he's like, oh yeah, I'll hop out and guide you back. I'm like, why do I need to guide back? Oh yeah.
Good. Oh.
Man, I had
manslaughter.
Dude, I had so many weird interactions on Saturday.
Well, so we kind of determined that Dave was super baked.
Oh, so stoned.
Do you have any? He doesn't know what happened.
Well, there were like multiple times when I'd look back and he's just sitting there like.
I'm just sitting there like this. Oh wait, hold on. Where's my with sunglasses on? Just
right.
Like we would score, and I'd literally be like.
There were times like I was so drunk at the Civil War a couple years ago, the one that we barely won, that like I have no recollection of most of that game. I remember talking shit to a guy, and that's it. Like during the kick return, I remember talking shit and be like, "It's not going to get any closer," and then sweating the rest of the game because
I didn't realize how messed up I was until I watched the game back, and I was like, "Oh, I don't remember a lot of this."
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Yeah. I remember a lot of it, but there was definitely some drama up in SRO.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear about that.
Oh yeah, there was that. Then there was the Applebee's. Oh man, eating good in the neighborhood.
Didn't you say they were like dollar wings?
Yeah. So those were bullshit. Don't get it. So what happened was I got the boneless wings, and they come out and they were like room temperature. I'm like, yo, can I get like some warm ones? And she's like, yeah, well, go throw them in the microwave. I was like, oh, I didn't need you to say it. I knew it was gonna happen. It was gonna happen, but I didn't need you to say it.
You were not prepared, right?
Right. So I was like, I mean, these are fine pieces of chicken, but this super hot, this super buffalo isn't that buffalo-y, but it's $1, so fuck it. Right. The burger was the main reason I was here, and the frou-frou drink.
Mm.
Dude, I love. There's nothing like
Fruit.
going. There's nothing like going to an Applebee's and getting like things that have 11 colors in them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you get a regular drink at Applebee's, you're doing it wrong.
You're doing it way wrong.
Yeah, you get the drink specials.
Yeah, I had like it was like some zombie drink and it had like blue and red and poop in it.
Poop.
Yeah.
We stopped at Popeyes.
Oh, fucking yeah. Popeyes
And there was
is
a whole
shit.
fucking basketball team ordering in front of us. I think I
Dude.
sent you guys some
Yeah,
snaps.
you sent the snap of that. That looked
'Cause I'm like,
3 trays.
Look at this shit. Like, it's just piled on. And I'm like, bro, how much shit did you guys get?
They're like the whole left side of the menu.
And River was disappointed because she got the shrimp and they were spicy. I'm like, well, it's Cajun shrimp, Riv. What do you mean you're like disappointed? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, just dip them in some ranch or something.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Just peel the breading off. You'll live.
No.
Dude, I love Popeye spicy chicken. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
So good. What did I have? The chicken strips, I think.
I almost always get the tenders, but like lately we've been getting the $6 box because it's $6.
Right. See,
And
that's what I
like,
should have done.
yeah, and you get 2 pieces of chicken and 2 sides for $6, and we've been. Or you get the super duper meal, which comes with a drink and a banana cream pie for $8.99.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Popeyes is a shit.
Popeyes chicken. It's fucking delicious.
It's fucking delicious.
Julian, get in the flask.
Dude, that was the first time I'd ever heard of Popeyes chicken was that movie, and now it's part of my life.
I knew about it, but I don't remember if I had eaten, because the only one that we had was on the freeway at like exit
near,
270 or something.
Yeah, up near
271.
Portland, and I always drove by it, and I was like, oh, there's a Popeyes there. I always wondered what it tastes like, but how could it, like, I don't want. I was always a KFC loyalist.
Okay.
11 herbs and spices. I was all about it.
Right.
But
classic.
I gotta say that the mashed potatoes and gravy at Popeyes is far and away better than the mashed potatoes and gravy at KFC.
Oh.
If I made a famous
bold
bowl,
statement.
If I made a famous bowl with the chicken nuggets from Popeyes and put cheese on top of it, it would blow you away.
I don't mind being blown, so. Dave, did you make a drink?
I went and grabbed a couple beers because my throat's gonna get dry.
That's what she said.
Oh yeah.
So I got my new vape pen. Fucking tequilas
Dave during
and
the game.
beers.
Well, it's same move as Bales before the game.
Right, Bales was
Bales.
asleep. I'm pretty sure.
This is the Bales.
Right.
He was asleep.
I was like, I want to be asleep.
That I don't know. Like, game day's cool. I don't know that I want to do another game day.
Yeah, I probably won't. Like, not unless it's game day and then we have a night game where I can go nap.
Yeah.
Something like that, like
go home and chill.
Well, home is an hour and a half.
Well,
but...
right. Yeah, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. But yeah, like set up some sort of sleep situation.
Like that got started way too late. Like, yeah, getting set up was weird. Like, and then yeah, it was like you said, like you looked up, it's like it's fucking 10 o'clock. Like, and we had just gotten set up.
Yep. It was fucking bullshit. Well, I guess better cook, because if I don't now, then
right.
Fuck. God damn it.
But yeah, like, it's cool, but I would rather watch game day. I want to go back and watch game day because I pulled some shit. Like, when Sabrina came out of the building, I like got right on the backside of the entourage, like the 2 sheriffs that were following her. I
Mhm.
followed them like all the fucking way, like through until Amy like grabbed me out of the out of the fucking deal. She's like, Jake, what are you doing? I'm like, fucking being sneaky. What
I'm
does it look like I'm
entouraging.
doing?
What do you think?
I had gotten this far, and so
Ah.
like there's got to be video of me like following Sabrina and looking super official because I just had like straightforward look on my face, just like business face. Meanwhile, I'm wearing fucking pink
Ooh.
shoes and Zubaz.
Maybe we should try to pretend we're official and official our way into the next one.
I don't know. Our
Like,
system works really well.
well, I mean, like get into game. No, to game day.
Oh, to
Like,
game day,
yeah.
just like look official and just walk and just have
Like
some sort of.
buy a little earpiece and bring a clipboard and just be like,
I'll wear a hard hat and a vest and be a certified forklift operator.
Yeah.
that would work.
I got to get the white one.
We could probably get a Home Depot hat.
And then just spray paint it white.
No, I mean like to because it's game day presented by Home Depot.
Right.
You know how they hand out all the Home
Right.
Depot hard hats. Get like a.
But then put on the vest.
Yeah. Home.
I really just want to wear a vest, okay?
I could tell.
Just whatever we do, as long as I'm wearing a vest, I'm in.
$20. Home Depot hard hat. Boom.
Boom, nailed it. Or I could just take one from a drunk kid.
Well, I mean that is always an option.
Mhm.
Man, drunk kids is dumb.
Drunk kids is dumb. we always get their shit.
Yeah, I have 2 extra chairs now. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Well, we forgot one.
Which one do we forget?
The round one.
It's in River's room.
Oh.
The round furry one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you had put it up. I thought Jake and Bales had already come and got it.
So fucking high.
Who is? Oh,
David.
Dave
Not that
is.
high. Not that high. That's just the natural fall of my eyes because I'm Asian.
No, it's not.
No, he
'Cause
gets
I
a little.
checked in-
He gets a little Stuart Scotty over there.
Yeah, he's got,
Yo,
he's got-
one eye.
When he gets drunk, yeah.
Yeah,
got
when I'm
or
drunk,
high.
one
right.
The
sativa
one eye is
eye
like-
and one indica eye going on right now.
Yar.
Oh, and now he's trying to open them both equally, and it's making him look even funnier.
One time I was really drunk at night,
Yeah.
and I convinced myself that I had learned how to make my eyes look normal when I'm drunk.
This is what you're doing right now.
So I'm sitting in front of the mirror in the bathroom with my drink, and I'm like, if I do this, but then I lower my eyebrows but keep my eyes, I go, can't do it now. I'm fucking high. But
No,
yeah,
you just look like a serial killer.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Wait, do that again, Dave. Do the
That's
go eyebrows and then lower them because I
Eyebrows
don't
and
have eyebrows.
so eyebrows and eyelids up, and then
Yep.
just lower the eyebrows. But then it just looks like I'm glaring at people. Then
You look like you're trying to fight the day man.
I'll fight everybody.
Let me tell you something, dude.
That's why I wear sunglasses all the time, always.
Exactly. You can't see what I'm looking at.
Our old our band teacher fucking commented on a picture of us because we're both wearing sunglasses in the rain.
Yeah.
He's like, "You guys are definitely South County boys. Sunglasses in the rain." And I was like, "Well, I mean, I was just wasted. So was
Yeah.
Dave. So
I don't want people to see how fucked up I am. Is generally why I'm wearing glasses.
exactly."
I'm super stoned.
Yeah, hey Jake, why are you wearing glasses while you drive the work van? It's raining and 50 degrees out. I got my reasons, man. LIVIN. That's just what you got to keep on doing, man.
This
Just keep
picture.
on.
Because I was like, look at him.
Oh yeah. Did
Hey,
you post that one?
hey
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
Hey, they just want to keep adding rules the older you
Hey,
get, so you just
man.
gotta keep on living.
L-I-B-I-N.
That's what I say. All right, man. Are you ready for a good ass show?
Goddamn right I am.
Yeah.
Cool. See, I'm ready for it now.
Yeah.
All right, here we are. We're back again. It's another edition. It's another episode of my show, and I keep looking at Sativa Dave over here, and it's cracking me up. We're joined by him. He's wearing the green. I might go put on my green hoodie so we can matchy. It's Dave.
I'm higher than the Lakers 3-point shooting percentage right now.
Which is low.
It's not high.
It's not Dave.
It's not Dave.
Oh, everyone's getting first looks at Stone Dave instead of Drunk Dave.
This is, yep. Say hello.
It's all due to that guy over there.
It's me. Me. It is me. It's that one's on me. One Take Jake back in the saddle again, and you may know him, you may love him, you may recognize him from the video that you watch on YouTube.com or definitely notsellingdrugs.com. He's the head proprietor there. You can find all of our video content. It's Robin.
Goddamn right it is. You know why?
Chicken thigh.
I don't know. I was just wondering if you knew because I didn't know. Yeah.
I'll drink
What?
that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, what's going on?
All right. How's it going? So
No.
so for a brief period of time, and we haven't had another breakthrough since the BYU game, but we like the two of us became Oregon football Twitter relevant for like ever so brief a period of time after the BYU game.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was fun. Did something else happen?
No, I was just thinking about it because I was like, we need to come up with something else with the Fuskies coming up. We need to come up with a new sign.
I fucking hate them.
Hate them so much. But yeah,
we should bring a bunch of those like potty pads that you'd use for puppies.
Yeah.
And like write signs on
those.
them. I'm sure we can find some.
Oh yeah.
Fucking,
I know where I can get a couple.
I'll go set some over on the entrance, like to the tunnel, so they have to walk on them.
That's amazing.
That will be awesome. Oh my god, I think they might want to fight me for that.
They can.
They can
but
try.
They'll lose. They could try. Hey,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be the first person to get in a fight with a football player in that tunnel from our friend group.
Right. Oh man.
Check the archives for the story of how I got in a fight with a defensive lineman from the University of Virginia.
Good times.
Good times.
Yeah. So you told me you had a story to tell me about the game from this weekend.
Ooh.
I've got a couple stories.
Story
boy.
time.
It's story time.
Story time.
So,
yeah.
Oregon and UCLA played top 10 matchup, and it was the fourth largest crowd in Autzen Stadium history. So there's a lot of people there. Like a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
A lot. Addle, which is a weapon. But we get to Bayless and I get to our usual spot up near section 9, and we find two openings where we can get in and eventually pincer maneuver our way to getting together. We've done this multiple times. We just find a way to make people get out of our way.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this big honking Mama Luke standing there. And I
wait. Is this a guy or a girl? Because
it's a guy.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I slide around on the right side of him. Or I start by trying to get between him and his wife, which is where there's one opening. There's another opening to the left side here. And later an opening happens over here, which is where I will soon move to.
Okay.
But so I come in and I'm standing a comfortable distance away from both people. And the woman says, our friends are coming. And I'm like, well, this is first come, first serve. And as long as they don't plan on pushing by me and being rude, that's not going to be a problem. And she's
Okay.
like, oh, well, they're pretty tall. I'm like, that's fine. I'm pretty tall too.
Okay.
And so, like, she starts getting upset. I see the opening. I slide into the position that I am now occupying on this guy's right side.
Uh-huh.
Bailey is now attempting to execute pincer maneuver, and I am also executing pincer maneuver. Every time this guy moves his foot, my left foot moves 2 inches to the left. So I am manifest destinying my way into like this guy's standing sideways at one point because of how much I'm squeezing. So, but meanwhile, his wife is just throwing a fit, right? She's like, he's pushing in, he's knocking me around, he's pushing into me, which he's not, because he's not.
Yeah.
And so I hit him with, there's a lot of people here, and this is standing room only. If getting, part of it is you're in tight and you kind of get in where you fit in. If she doesn't like that, perhaps she would have been more comfortable if she had purchased a seat.
You broke ass bitch.
Yeah. And so this guy looks at me and he's like, yeah, well, I'm not the one who has a problem with it. It's her. And I'm like, all right. So I was not prepared for that level of mental judo. Like, he took all my energy and he was like,
Wah!
so I'm like, all right, we're moving on. And so then they walk all the women who've beaten breast cancer out, and they give them their applause, and I'm like, hey, that's really cool, whatever. And he's like, yeah, I had cancer too. I'm like, oh shit, okay, that's pretty crazy. Kind of weird that like, okay,
I'm not your month.
Like, I'm not really sure.
I'm
not really sure how to respond to somebody that I don't know that just tells me that they have cancer. Like,
what did he do? Congratulations. Ask him if he wants a cookie.
Anyway, so she soon leaves because, like, Bailey has won the pincer maneuver. The friends don't show up until like the third quarter, by the way, and they were not tall. They were not tall. I was the tallest one when tallness was taken into consideration. This other guy, the first guy that I'm talking about who judoed me, he's like 6'5". He's a tall guy.
Yeah.
Come to find out, he was like practice squad in the NFL, and he played at BC the year before Doug Flutie was there.
Oh.
So, like, this guy was a pretty legit dude.
Yeah.
And so we started talking to him, and like his friend comes over and he's like, oh yeah, my son is here on an unofficial. I think he's part of the Mater D group. Who flew in Saturday.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, we're trying to get my kid to go here. And he's like, yeah, I want my kid to go here too, blah blah. And they're just they're talking. Then all of a sudden, here's two parents talking about their kid's experience as recruits. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is cool.
Right.
So yeah, all this, and she comes back, and all of a sudden she realizes that me, this big fucking dude, his friend's wife, and Bailey, all of us are having a great time and getting along.
And she hates it.
She realized, and it was in that moment when she realized she fucked up. Because not only could she no longer get back to the wall where she was standing originally, now all of us are commiserating and bouncing around off of each other, and she can't see shit. But if she had just been nice, we would have found a way to make room for her, like we do everybody else.
Exactly. Everybody's cool up there. Like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how many games I've watched from the top of the fucking stadium, but like everybody, as long as you're cool, is cool.
Yep. And so then those people kind of leave for a little bit. They're like, oh, there's an opening over there. And so they go sit in the opening in the UCLA section. And I'm like, oh, thank God, So we're standing there, we're doing our thing. And these two super drunk dudes show up. Like,
I was really hoping that S was going to smoking hot chick.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, oh,
super hot.
That could have went either way.
Yep.
No, not fun. And they're like, hey, who do you think the best offensive lineman for Oregon is? I'm like, I don't know. Alex Forsyth is pretty good. And
I
like
like Dave Beaverton.
Dangerous Dave Beaverton, and they're like, what do you think with Jordan Bass? I'm like, he's pretty good. And they're like, yeah, he's really good. I went to high school with his brother. I'm like, cool. And I coached him in high school. I'm like, oh wow, that's awesome. He's like, yeah, his brother got his tickets, but like only like up here. I'm like, do you know the guy or not? Like,
Yeah.
they kept like asking me my opinion on like, well, what do you like about him? What do you think he's really good at? What do you like? Give him a draft analysis right now. Like, break down his tape. I'm like,
Should have asked him what his dick tastes like.
I don't know. I wanted to. So after
Oh,
three
man.
quarters or so, maybe a little bit before that, like these commercials for Applebee's had just fucking been getting to me.
Mm.
They're like, come have one of our burgers and get a side of boneless wings for $1. I'm like,
Yeah.
that sounds awesome. I want to do that. So I like the whole time, like all week, I've been thinking, I'm going to the Duck game, going to the Duck game. After the Duck game, I'm going to Applebee's. Like that's, going to Applebee's is going to be rad. Well, the game ended in the third quarter. So I was like, let's go to Applebee's. They'll have the game on at Applebee's and we can finish watching it there. So at Applebee's, having the burger, find out that Justin Herbert's family watches the game at Applebee's.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was like his sisters or something. They were watching the game. And so Bailey and I sit down and we're minding our own business. There we were, minding our own business. And this jabroni shows up.
Oh God.
And he orders his wife a lemon drop.
Okay.
Which is, I like a lemon drop. I like a good lemon drop. They're tasty.
Right.
And he orders himself a beer. And he sits down. His wife comes in. She sits down. And she's like, why did you get me a lemon drop? And like, he just kind of mumbles something. And so she drinks it or whatever. They order their food. And like, I don't know how the topic got brought up, but we started like, the transfer portal is like, well, who's that? I'm like, oh, it's so and so. He came out of the transfer portal.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, man, I don't like what transfer portal's done to college sports. And that's where it all went sideways. Because I asked him why he didn't like the transfer portal, and he's like, and his contention was that these kids signed an agreement and they should be they should uphold what they agreed. I said, well, then how come it's okay for these coaches to leave their contracts early? And he's like, well, the coaches don't do that. I was like, Mario Cristobal,
they don't. Yeah.
Willie Taggart, Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
I was like, and that's just Oregon in the past 15 years. I was
Wow.
like, I can go on. And so like this guy keeps getting progressively angrier and angrier. And I'm just kind of maintaining my position that, yeah, what do you care if these kids get paid? It's not taking any money away from you.
Right.
Like, and his kid played for Portland State. I'm like, your kid would be the perfect person to benefit from the NIL.
For sure.
Like, why are you against this? And at one point, I say to him, I'm like, you're arguing in favor of the institution. I'm arguing in favor of the student. And
Right.
I said that, and I must have tread on his Gadsden flag, because he fires up and he's like, I hate the institution. I would never argue in favor of the institution. And I was like, bro, you voted for like every libertarian candidate who ever was born. So he got super fucking mad about that. Mad enough that like Justin Herbert's family was like, guys, can you stop talking about this, please?
Jeez.
And like it's like everything was chill before you guys came in. I'm like, everything's chill now. You were high strung before I got in. And like,
right.
She's one of those football watchers that no matter what the score is, it's never good enough. It's like, oh, we're up by 20. We're up by 23 points with 6 minutes to go, and UCLA scored a touchdown. God damn it! Fuck! God, 15-point lead with 3 minutes to go. God. We got to get a first down. We got to get a first down on this drive. got Okay, third and three. Got it. Yes.
So what you're saying is just repeating things that they've heard other people that actually know what they're talking about say.
Yeah, sounds like
I'm
it.
not gonna posit that, but
I'm positing it.
there was a lot of intensity, and it was not directed in the right way. So anyway, this guy got so angry that he left without taking a bite of the meal that he purchased at the bar, and his wife
What a
looks.
waste.
Yeah, well, they put it in a box and took it. I'm sure he didn't eat it later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it's still sitting in the truck.
Probably, yeah.
How do I know he drives a truck? Because Dave carries a knife. Uh,
First off, let's get it right. A is very simplification.
well, hey. Yeah, anyway,
Forgot the word few in there.
so his wife is like, guys, I just want to say thank you for saying what you had to say, and being so calm, and like basically telling us thanks for saying all the stuff I want to say, but I can't because he's an ass.
Right.
But so yeah, that was my experience of making. I was like, I didn't know I could make somebody so mad by being the calm one.
That was like Step Brothers. Remember when Derek's wife like fucks Dale because he fucking punched Derek in the face? That was like,
yes,
that's what that lady just did to you. Like, but just was like, thank you, like real world version.
right. Like thank you for doing that. Like
I really
oh
have
my
wanted
God.
to punch him in the face verbally for so long.
Like yeah, I've wanted to tell him. I've wanted to be the person to and I forgot the best part. As he's leaving, like he like grabs the keys and like goes to stomp out, and he's like, fucking young entitled pieces of shit, as he's walking out by me and my baldness, and like so yeah, he was mad generationally that all the young people now feel entitled to all this money that the generations before them didn't get. So
the thing is like we're slowly hearing about all these different schools that have paid out to kids. Like, was it Lindell White that just recently said he found $150,000 in his apartment when he was going to USC?
Just found it
one day, yeah. Mm-hmm. Just found it. Doesn't know where it came from, but it was there. Weird.
There's all sorts of.
I could find $150,000.
Right.
Okay, so I've brought this up a couple times this week to people. Like, do you ever think about how much money is just like laying around a city? Just like whether it's a dead drop or whether it's just like somebody dropped a $10 bill on the ground.
I mean, no, but now that you say it, yeah.
Like there's got to be money literally everywhere.
I think more often about like gold and jewelry, like because how often do people lose rings and that sort of thing? Mm-hmm. But then also, we don't have a metal detector or gold detector. We don't have a way to find gold better than sifting it. And then yeah, exactly. Like, so there's got to be deposits and just tons of gold all over the place, but we don't know how to find it. I don't know. Like, I think about stuff like that.
It's like my grandpa. Like, I'll ask you guys this question after I tell the story. Like, he told me one time, he's like, back when the Dairy Mart on Harlow was a grocery cart. That's way back in the day in Springfield.
Yeah.
I'm talking. There's like 7 people who were like, yeah. But he was going in to get his morning coffee and donut, and he found like $100 bill on the ground.
Yeah.
And I was just like, how is it you found, like, the most I've ever found is like a 5. I found a $5 bill on the ground once, and that was cool.
I have found a $100 bill 3 times and a $50 bill once.
That was going to be my question. Like, what have you found?
Oh.
And so that kind of answers my question. Like, there's definitely money everywhere. If you've found $350 over the course, like 4 different occasions, like that kind of proves my point. There's money everywhere.
There was another time that I was with somebody and we found a wallet with just $400 in it.
And no ID.
Well, I just
Nope.
put the wallet back in the car that it was next to and hoped it was the right one. I was like the window was cracked and like, bloop.
I hope this is yours.
But I looked at it and I was like, that's a lot of money.
It's $400. I mean, what are you gonna do with $300? I mean, you got to
Yeah.
give them their $200 back.
Right, exactly. So that guy was probably really glad that he got his license back.
He's really glad that he got his $100 back when I dropped that $50 back in there.
Right. Yeah, I've found lots of stuff.
Barbecues.
Barbecues, chairs recently.
Remember that time we found an ATM that wasn't working?
No.
No?
Just kept giving us money?
Oh, yeah, at the
Yeah.
casino.
Yeah.
No. Tell me about that.
So one time, Dave and I were at the casino, and we walk up, and the machine is like got a weird screen on it, and it's like test cassette number, and it's got $1, $5, $20, $100. I press the $100 one. It spits out a $100 bill. I'm like, I press it again. It won't do it because it already had been tested. I don't remember which one Dave tested, or maybe I tested it again, but like
Yeah.
I definitely got another bill came out. I just don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
And then I canceled out of the screen
wait,
so that it
wait,
went
wait.
back.
So it had, I remember now, it had like pictures of dollars,
Mm-hmm.
and there's 100, 50, 20, 10, 5.
Mm-hmm.
And you went down once you realized you couldn't get 100 again, you went down the list and you could touch each of them once.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember
That was good
part.
times. I also found a $100 bill at the casino before, which is crazy.
That's why I always look at the floor. Whenever I'm walking around a casino, I'm always looking at the floor.
I'm pretty sure that's why the floor at the casino is so like
wobbly.
Like the carpet on them is always something that's confusing, and I think it's so that if you do drop something like a chip or something, they feel like they're probably more likely to get it because they're used to it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because the house always wins.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There was one time Brian and I were at a casino in Vegas, and we were just walking through, about ready to leave, and it was over by Circus. And I look at this machine, and it says it's got like $140 in it, and I'm like, "Hey, there's $140 in that machine." I hit cash out. We grabbed the ticket. Yeah, and then we went over and cashed it out and fucking left. We were like,
Yeah.
let's go.
Let's go have a drink.
Yeah, right. I was about to say you get couple drinks with that much.
Right, man.
Remember when
I
I
have
got
some
those
good morals.
I got those double Jack and Cokes for you and me at Caesars.
Yeah.
And when the lady told me it was like 80 something bucks, I just stood there with my wallet in my hand. And I wasn't even drunk then because we didn't really stay that drunk. Like we had a solid buzz going. But I'm just like,
Dave, you'll love Vegas stoned.
Okay. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun to like, because we were right on the strip, right across from the fountain, and I spent most of that time stoned and just looking down at the lights going off, and I was like, hey.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm starting to enjoy this journey of weed.
Stoner Dave.
Yeah, that I'm going on now that I can. So
Dave, have you ever found money or anything like that?
Yeah, what have you ever found?
Nothing significant. Like maybe $1 bill, $5 bill.
Have you ever found anything cool?
Have I ever found anything cool?
Yeah, you. Or do you just find the stuff that Robin finds because you're with him when he finds it?
Robin does tend to find shit.
Robin finds shit all the fucking time. Robin finds tickets to every fucking Duck game, which is over now because it's all digital.
Yeah,
but I found a ticket for Riv at the at last game. I found her an actual ticket.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But as far as me finding cool things, I don't find, not in the sense of cool what we're talking about right now.
Right. I'm pretty sure it's genetic too, because Gramps used to always find shit, and Riv found a fucking blanket after the Duck game.
Yep.
I was like,
Oh,
where did you get? Oh, that's cool.
I see
have that
shit,
axe
but I
head.
usually leave it.
I guess I've got that one axe head that I always talk about as my cool find story.
Mm.
So I take old axes and I buff them up and put a mirror shine on them and sharpen them and everything, and then I rehandle them, right? So I'm at my folks' house and I asked them about an axe head that's just being used as a weight for our shop door. And Dad's like, yeah, you can take that one. So I take it and I clean it up, and it's got this stamp on there. It says RUHR, RUR. And so I start looking into it, and turns out it's an axe head from Ruhr, Germany.
Germany.
During the 40s. It was a timber company in the like 30s, 40s. And
I'm becoming suspect of this axe all of a sudden.
Right.
and they weren't things that were shipped to the US. It was brought back over, or brought over from Germany. And I'm like, so I'm looking at the rest of it to see if I can find swastika or the eagle thing on there.
Just or cross, like,
yeah, because it's a World War II like.
This is definitely a war trophy.
Yeah, war trophy axe head.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do we have it on our property?
Because why not? Because it's a doorstop.
Yeah. But then I'm also finding a lot of other, well, not a lot of, but one other thing that my grandpa had was an action for a rifle that he ended up building. But if you go, like if you're holding the rifle closest to your hand, the metal V that the action does, if you look at that very, very bottom of it in really tiny, tiny stamp, there's the eagle with the swastika.
Oh, shit.
There. Yeah. So I'm just like,
wow.
Grandpa has. So I'm like, is there more like World War II, like paraphernalia? I guess I can say, like,
yeah,
floating around this house.
I have a Japanese rifle with the chrysanthemum on it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, nice.
My I have a story that's kind of been passed down through our family about my great grandpa in World War II. He was stationed in Japan during the occupation, and there were people who were trying to come into the base, and like he was working the motor pool late at night, and a Japanese soldier came in and it's like, hey Joe, let me in, it's me. And he's like, well, there's no one here named Joe. So this has got to be some sort of trap. So he goes out the back door, sneaks around, and he sees that it's a Japanese soldier. And so he just wakes up the entire camp and shoots this dude. Well, he takes his bayonet, and everybody comes out like, oh, what the hell happened? And he's like, well, this guy was here, so I shot him. They're like, oh, okay, well, everybody back to bed. Nothing to see here. Dead guy. It's war. So the next night, dead guy, it's war is the name of this episode.
Yeah.
Go back to bed. It's a dead guy. It's war. So the next night, apparently, he tries the same thing. A different soldier, not the same.
I was about to say, same dude.
Same dude comes back.
Christ, man.
That radiation for Hiroshima was nuts.
Yeah.
But actually, that's probably what killed my grandpa. Is he went and saw Hiroshima and Nagasaki and died of cancer. So yeah.
Weird.
1, 2, yeah. But the second night, a similar approach. Hey Joe, let me in. And so my great grandpa, I come from a long line of country boys who can do a thing or two with a thing or two. And so he takes that bayonet and throws it through the guy's neck. And like the next morning, the general comes out and thanks him for not waking up the entire camp this time. But yeah, so that was his war trophy, was that Japanese bayonet that he brought home.
Wow.
Nice.
That's crazy. I don't know if Gramps ever had any trophies, but he had some stories, and I'm not telling them on here because
I've got another one I can tell that was from Don Malarkey. I don't know if you're familiar with who he is.
No.
Dave might know who he is.
I know the name.
He was featured in a television program.
Yeah.
He's one of the Band of Brothers guys.
Yeah. I know. I'm looking for the picture in my head of who he is, but I know who he is.
In my head.
Zombie. So he was doing a thing like a Q&A sort of deal at OSU, and he was talking about it. Someone asked him, did you ever bring home any war trophies? And he's like, well, the one thing I brought home, the Schuhstaffel had these really, really cool flashlights that were powered, like you could shake them up and the friction would charge the battery.
Yeah.
And he's like, those were really, really cool. And so, myself and a couple of our guys were stuck under this house in the cellar, and we were watching them, check back and forth. And wouldn't you know who won the pony? One of those officers came down to bring me one of those flashlights.
Oh, wow.
So came down into the cellar to bring me one of those flashlights. So yeah, that was his story. But yeah, those are interesting stories to hear.
Gramps had stories of like running from the cops in souped up cars and like Dukes of Hazzard shit.
Yeah,
but
so
but he wasn't running booze or anything. No, he was just running for fun.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's awesome. That's what we do.
My grandpa was a racer, and he would do some legal dragging, but I'm pretty sure both he and my grandma. There's another story that's funny. Like, my grandpa came home and the pipes were blue, and he's like, "All right, what'd you race?" She's like, "What are you talking about? Like, I didn't race anybody." And he's like, "Well, I could see that you raced somebody because you raced somebody. Like, look at the pipes."
Right.
And she's like, "It was a Buick." So like,
that's awesome.
So it's really funny to see. If you've ever, I don't know about your folks, but like seeing pictures of my grandparents and like knowing just how they fit in, knowing that my grandpa was a greaser, like makes me understand him so much better. It's why he hates the Beatles. It's
that makes sense.
Yep.
So we didn't record last week.
Yeah. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming it's the same reason that I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So, back in like the first season of the show, you did an interview with Dino, right?
Yep. Interviews with Interesting Dudes with Dean Westwood.
Yeah. Well, he passed away last week, and we kind of just didn't feel like recording.
Yeah.
So we were gonna record Saturday at the game, and as we kind of talked about in the pre-show, like the tailgate flew by. It was ridiculous.
It flew by. Yeah, it was.
With no time.
No time whatsoever. We didn't even go to Jed's.
No, which is like, I don't remember last time I didn't go visit Jed.
Yeah.
Oh, but funny thing is, we ran into EJ and Tracy.
Yeah. Motherfucking EJ.
Literally, Robin, Riv, and I get in the line we're at the West Gate?
Yeah. Southgate.
We were at the South Gate.
You guys go all the way around to the South Gate instead of just going in through the
because
the east side?
There's nobody at the East Gate.
Nobody at the East Gate.
So if you're bringing anybody in, there you got to have people.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And so we went over, like, it was almost kickoff and there was nobody at the East. We're like, we got to where we could see it, and I was like, let's go to the other side.
We got to go to the other side.
Yeah.
We used the disabled, and with what's their, I can never remember their name. Rebecca. And we used their ticket, and we did the 2-for-1.
Right.
Just slid through. Oh, like, we don't have any bags. We waited for them to start beeping, and we dipped.
Yeah.
And it was like the most, and like we did the I belong here walk, and nobody looked at us.
Yep. No, that's all you got to do.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we go to the South Gate and we get in the line, and I hear this lady talking behind me.
No way!
I was like, "Hey, shut that bitch up!" No.
You turn around.
No, but I turn around and it's Tracy, and I was like, "Motherfucking
EJ!"
But yeah, which was completely random because
I
We didn't
mean,
go see 'em.
as you said, it
We
was the
used-
4th largest crowd we've ever had, and we get in line next to people we used to tailgate next to.
Right.
And we didn't even know they were there.
No,
At the one game that they came to tailgate this year.
right.
'Cause I
Well,
think,
didn't they come to the BYU
We
game
saw
too?
him. Yeah, we saw
yeah,
him.
at the BYU game, but this is the game they actually had their own tailgate this year.
Oh,
Like their
man, that was,
old school spot.
you could have walked up and licked some faces.
Yeah,
Dave licking faces, Deaton.
just depends on which ones of her sisters were there.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Oh man, good times. Well,
those were the days.
So last week, Dave and I watched a couple movies.
Movies.
Movies plural. Dave's like, what we watch?
He's like, what?
I don't remember the order we watched them, but I
Yeah.
think we watched Clerks 3
Yeah, we watched Clerks 3.
first, and that one was really fucking good. Like,
Yeah.
I would
That's on my list soon.
I would say
probably tomorrow.
it might be Kevin Smith's best movie.
Wow.
Like, it's good. And the ending is good, and like it's got good jokes as usual, good writing. The story is super meta. I mean, like, it's Kevin Smith,
Yeah.
but definitely worth your time if you like Kevin Smith at all. And then the other one was Everything Everywhere All at Once.
And I've heard of this movie, but I'm not familiar with it.
So it's a go for it,
Fucking
Dave.
weirdest fucking movie I've ever seen.
So fucking weird. Like,
So
Like, compare it to like Pi and Requiem for a Dream.
way weirder.
weirder. Not as dark as like Requiem for a Dream.
No, it's like kind of like Doctor Strange, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, but different. Like Bill and Ted Multiversal.
Oh yeah, I'd go with
You
maybe
see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Bill and Ted meets Multiverse of Madness meets Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yes, there we go.
Okay.
Dude. And a little Matrix in there too.
Yeah.
I'd throw some Matrix in.
Ooh, Little Matrix is my new rap name.
Little Matrix.
Little Matrix is the name of the episode.
Sure is.
That's awesome.
But it is a weird fucking movie.
And it's got
but it's good. It's funny, and it's got a good story.
It is a good story. It's got a good cast.
Mm-hmm. At the end of the movie, I did look at Robin and I said, actually, I'm pretty sure I was stoned for that movie too. I was.
You were.
I was. So I looked at Robin and I was like, that was the weirdest fucking movie I've ever seen, just to tell me to be happy with your life.
Right. Because like halfway through, so it seemed like it's over, like a third of the way through, and you're like, wait,
that was short.
I know that there's more of this, and then I was like, this is the weirdest fucking movie I've ever seen. Weirdest fucking movie that I've ever seen that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's not so just scatterbrained to be scatterbrained, like Clockwork Orange or something. Like, it's very direct. That was a bad example, maybe. But.
Yeah, I was like, that's got a pretty linear story.
No,
Okay.
I know. Because I made the Clockwork Orange reference when we were watching it, because I said where this movie's weird, but good, like entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Clockwork Orange, at least for me, it was weird, and I was like, I don't get the fucking point.
I dated a girl that like wanted to do it while we watched a Clockwork Orange. I'm like, I cannot do it to this movie. Like,
Clockwork Orange is like the movie version of that one song.
Yeah. My droogs.
Oh man. Yeah.
Singing in the rain.
So it's got the first section is everything, and then the second section is everywhere, and then the third section is all at once, and so it's like broken up into these 3 parts, and I don't know, it's super interesting and worth your time, and it's got stop data or Short Round from Indiana Jones. He's
Yep.
grown up, obviously.
Mhm. It's
and then,
been his first role since those movies.
Yeah, and then
Yes.
what's the fucking old dude from Big Trouble in Little China?
Kurt Russell.
No, the Asian guy.
David Lopan.
I think that might be his name. Hold on. Oh, I can't type. There we go.
That should be
No,
somebody's
James
music.
Hong. Oh, David Lopan. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's him. Yeah. James Hong. Anyway, he's in that movie, and who else is in it? What is something? Constance Wu? Is that her name?
Constance Wu. That sounds like a stripper.
Oh, Michelle
Gullible
Yao.
Stage.
Oh, and
Constance-
Jamie Lee Curtis is in it.
Yeah, that was the weird. That was yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis's character is interesting because she's just interesting. I don't know how else to put it.
So we were talking about Bales and I were talking about movies also, and I realized that I could probably watch these movies over again, and it's been so long since I've seen them, they'd be new, but I know I would love them. Rush Hour.
Yeah, we talked about that a couple weeks ago because it was on the list of movies I hadn't seen that you might think I have seen.
Yeah, like I was like for me, I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, wow, or today, I was like, it'd be a brand new experience, even though I know like what's gonna happen. Like all the jokes are gonna hit new, all the kung fu sequences are gonna be cool and funny again. Like I want to go back and watch all those Rush Hour movies, and the Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights, mostly Shanghai Noon.
I don't know that I had really ever watched those either.
Yeah,
Dude,
I watched those ones.
it was like during the Jackie Chan comedy stretch where he did some pretty funny shit.
Yeah, maybe I just never thought Jackie Chan was funny.
That could be it. But he's pretty funny.
Is he?
I mean, he was in those movies.
Oh.
Mum, Beavis is mum. Yeah, let me try.
Oh.
I'm so sad the season's
1,
over.
2, 3, 4. Beat your meat. Beat your meat.
5, 6, 7, and 8. Beat your meat with a roller skate. I would just start yelling that in the middle of the duck game.
So good, man. So Riv brought her iPad, and she just sat there on the iPad most of the game. But then it finally died, and she was like, "Oh, what's going on in front of me?" And I was like, "Oh, welcome to the world."
There's entertainment going on.
Like, and then she was like super into the game. I'm like,
Yeah,
no more iPad because you just sat there the whole time. Like, she had a poncho on. She's like covered her head in the fucking thing. Just playing video game.
Right.
I'm like, And it died, and I was like, hey, stand up, it's shout. What? You heard me.
You heard me. It's like get up, like observe the madness occurring in front of you. Like,
and then she like high-fived cheerleaders, and Dave's like, hey, did you ask him if they want to be her stepmom?
Yes.
Like,
there was
because the alumni cheerleaders were there for a little while.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, again, I'm super stoned. So I'm looking at the cheerleaders, and I don't recognize the one that I always see.
The one that you love?
Yeah. That one. But I don't see her. I'm like, huh. And I looked at Robin. I tapped Robin. I was like, hey, why do these cheerleaders look older? I'm like, it's like these ones look old.
So where we sit, like, there's a wall right there. I can see that their shirts clearly say alumni cheerleading or alumni cheerleader or something like that. And Dave can't.
I can't. I just see that they're wearing white shirts.
Like,
and I was like, what? And then Rob told me, and so I just start staring at this one's tits because I'm trying to read her shirt, but it's a white shirt with the light pink lettering.
Right. Super hard to read.
I'm like squinting and just staring at her tits. And
trying to read.
trying to read, like actually trying to figure out what's on her shirt, and then I'm like, does that say alumni? Oh, all right, yeah.
Close
Alumni
enough.
cheerleaders. Whatever.
You're like,
Man,
alumni. Woo!
times. Oh man, I had an idea for a game, but then I didn't like look up any
Oh,
quotes. I was gonna, so I still, maybe I'll do it next week. But I've got an idea for a game
all right.
involving Kevin Smith movie quotes.
Like, name the movie from the quote.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident I could do that.
I see. That's what I thought too. And then I started thinking about them. I'm like, oh, I think I might get some of these confused because I was watching Mallrats today,
Right.
and there were lines that I was like, oh my god, something like "Hell hath no fury,
No fury like a woman scorned for Sega.
Sega." Like that's clearly everybody's gonna know Mallrats, but like I felt like there were some that I think I could get you on.
Well, just because a guy reads comics doesn't mean he can't kick a little ass. I've said that one once or twice.
That's a good one.
Let's see. What you don't know LaFours? They don't know LaFours.
Shit, they don't know the floors. Fly, fat ass, fly!
Flee, fat ass, flee.
Does he say flee at one point too?
Oh, that's
I know
from that's from Strike Back.
Oh, see, oh yeah, that's right. See, I would have got confused because I'm like, wait, I thought it was fly, but yeah, you're right. Man.
And when you're done, say, "My, what a lovely tea party."
Doesn't he say that again in Reboot?
I think he does.
Yeah.
I think he reprises that line.
Man, see, that's another part. Like Kevin Smith like reuses his lines. So,
You would
like,
have
Clerks,
to say like the original. Where did this originally come from?
right. So like in Clerks 3, I'm pretty sure there's lines that he reuses, but they get mixed up a little bit or changed up a little bit. So they're like close. And it may sound like I'm misspeaking.
Like a set of Chinese finger cuffs.
Chasing Amy.
There we go. See, I can't remember hardly any quotes from Dogma except, "But you didn't say God bless you when I sneezed."
Oh my god, I always think of that. Somebody sneezed at Walmart. What day was it? Monday, I think. And I said it, and the guy's girlfriend, didn't. And I was like, oh.
That's why I'm very polite because I don't want Loki walking into the room with a gun.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. God, I want to watch that one again.
Oh,
yeah, that's when I always think about watching, but then I never follow up.
Well, that's one that so Dogma is hard to find.
Yeah, well, I have it on divd in the house here.
Well, that's good. But Kevin Smith recently came out with this whole thing about how fucking what is his name? Harvey Weinstein basically has the rights to that movie and the distribution of it. And that's why you can't buy it on DVD because he's like, nope, not selling it on DVD. Nope, not going to put it on streaming. So that's why you can't get it. So if you didn't have it before, you're not getting it for a minute.
unless you get it from the old Goodwill.
Right, or something like that. But fuck that guy. Harvey Weinstein's a piece of shit.
I realized when I was at Marshall's this weekend that I need to start monetizing Marshall's.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Like just start small. Like start with because they had those packs of socks, like the super fancy looking like Christmas, like it's a 5-pack of Nickelodeon socks and they want $12 for it. I put it up on eBay for $25. It's gonna sell. Like or 20, it's gonna go immediately. And I'm like, really, this is really just it, huh?
Well, that's like that yellow Ducks jersey. I was
looking for him. That's why I was looking for.
It's got to be somewhere because if I go look right now, over under a number of extra large men's yellow number 5 Duck jerseys.
I'm gonna set it out of how many?
7.
Out of 7, I'm gonna say 3.
You think there's only 3 of them?
Out of 7.
No. I'm over under 7.
Oh. Over.
Dave, you got to give me an over and under. You get under.
What'd
Get
you
under,
go-
Dave.
What'd you say, Jake?
I said over.
Okay,
7.
Under
Yep,
7.
yep.
6,
You are
7,
the under,
8,
Dave.
9, 10, 11, 12,
Strong over.
13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 17. Holy shit. 17 of them. 17 yellow. And so what I did was did the search and then newly listed, and that way I can see
What's
the
new?
fastest. Yeah, so there's a lot of them. That's just the extra large ones, and they all want like close to $100. It's ridiculous. And I know it's because they weren't out. They didn't put
Right.
them out. I think also Nike probably had them like at their different Nike campuses or
I
Nike stores, and
I think part of what happened is with the NIL shit going on, nobody wanted to release a jersey where they might have to pay somebody like later. So I think that's what the big holdup was on all these jerseys, and that's why they didn't get released until these guys declared that they were going to the NFL draft. If you notice, like Kayvon's jerseys weren't available until the end of the season.
yeah, but they have Noah Sewell's jersey.
Right, but that's different. That's now.
That could be. I sent a tweet earlier about the NIL jerseys because there for a while, like back
You could get them.
like a month and a half ago, you could get them through Fanatics. And now, if you go look, they don't exist. So what's the fucking deal? Where are they?
Hey, what happened?
So here's what I wrote. Anybody know what happened to the NIL Ducks jerseys? Fanatics was selling them, and now they're not, and haven't been for a while. Did they sell out? Fanatics, go Ducks. I asked them. So we'll see if I actually hear anything back.
We'll see if there's any updates.
Dun dun dun. I'm still so disappointed. Like I was watching the UCLA game again today. Partially because I didn't watch much of it, or I didn't watch all of it, and
Right.
plus I like to hear the commentary and see if they see us on the screen.
There's a lot of reasons.
Yeah, and I just over and over again I was thinking, man, those are such awesome jerseys. I wish I had one. So I'm gonna definitely be trying to get at least the hoodie or something.
Well, the jerseys are still available through like Nike.com. So like,
oh, are they?
I think so. Like somebody, I'd seen that there's some stuff that was still available.
I'm gonna look right now. Nike.
I'm looking too.
.com. Just do it.
Nike boobs.
Boobs. Well, they got the hat. I only see the hat.
Oh. Well, shite.
The hats are cool though. Huh. They got some of the shorts, the basketball shorts for $30 on there.
That's not too bad.
No, that's a good deal.
The eggshells are on there though. There was a guy in front of me in line that was telling me about how he got his eggshell jersey on Nike.com. I was like, you son of a bitch. Give it to me.
The green one is only $77.
I see that. Because of the 30% off right now, right?
I'm gonna go back to where was it? I mean it's about 30%, yeah.
Yeah. I have a large I need more yellow and I need more black. That's what I need in my collection. I've got a lot of green.
Oh, I like how it shows the hat, but then it also says sold out. What a bunch of cunts.
Lame.
You can get this hat. Just kidding.
Boo.
Say psych. Say psych.
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 I like how psych is coming back.
Is
apparently.
it? You say that with like authority and then none immediately. You're like, it's coming back, I think.
I heard my nephew and his friends say it.
If not and as if come back, like it's just proof that we're in a simulation.
These shorts are only $23.
These are good shorts.
I need some shorts.
No, you don't.
I don't need shorts.
You need shorts.
My drawer that holds my shorts just
Your
broke
drawers?
today. My drawer for my dresser broke.
Man, that thing over there has 3 broken drawers on it, and they're all broken in a way that you can't fix it. It's bullshit.
Oh, there's always a way to fix it.
I know there's always. I just need a couple of hurricane brackets and the
I
gum
put
shit.
a 2x4 in the bottom and screwed that in, and
Turn
then
it into part of the super bed.
Then we had to do this. It's the mega bed. Get
Mega
it right.
bed. Mega super bed.
Mega super bed. Oh man, maybe one day I'll build like a a bunk bed version.
Like a loft.
It'll be like the mega super bed.
With
Like
Dave's
down
cave.
below the Dave cave. No, the Dave cave is down below already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I really enjoy the Dave cave.
The Dave cave is full.
Oh. It's good for
It's got stuffs now.
Boo.
It's true.
It's good for sleeping in. It's kind of weird to crawl out of. You feel like you're being born for the third time or whatever.
Especially when someone's banging on the bed.
You're like, ow, 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 ow. And it's just like the board's just smacking you in the forehead.
Yeah. I crawl out of my hole and I hear banging and I stand up for a second and I'm like, am I about to get tapped in?
No, it's like you crawl into the Dave cave and all of a sudden you just hear bum ba-dum, bum ba-da-dum, bum.
Oh man.
Like,
That would
going
be incredible. Mm-hmm.
It's going down.
So Dave, are you going to a AAPI night at the Moda Center?
That would be cool. I love AAPI nights.
Root
really
for the
get into
the
them.
Brazers.
Put the basketball in the hoop. Do it.
I think that's not quite.
Psst, psst. They're playing basketball.
It would be really funny, like get you one of the hats, the patty hats, and just come in and sit down and be.
Listen here, motherfucker. You don't have to get me a patty hat.
That's fair.
I own one.
I used to. I don't know whatever happened to it.
I can bring out my patty hat. I can bring out my fucking silk kimono.
Just fucking sit there, be like, "What is this?
Yeah.
What kind of dog is this?"
It's a basketball game.
No. Oh well, no. They got no problem knowing basketball.
Yeah, Jeremy Lin.
When I was in the Philippines, this is years ago.
Jeremy Lin.
We met this kid, and
His name
was Michael Jordan. I can't remember what his last name is, but his parents literally named him Michael Jordan. He had a cousin named
Charles
Kobe
Barkley?
Bryant.
Oh.
Of course
Yeah.
you did.
And this is how weird
Recycling
race-
games is proof of simulation.
this is how weird race and America and race in other countries is. It's weird. The one black kid was named Shaquille because he was really, really tall for a Filipino black kid.
Wait,
Fair enough.
Was he named that since birth, or did they like wait till he got tall to give him a name?
No, they waited until he got tall, and that's what they called him all the time.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Because that wasn't even his real name.
Oh, of course not.
Hmm.
Like
So-
when we used to play basketball, we had the
nicknames
guy,
too.
We had the guy who thinks he's good but isn't.
That was his
Oh.
nickname.
And JG Gear, because he wore pants from Walmart, so we also called him Walmart Pants.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh man, the guy who thinks he's good but isn't. That's one of the best ones. And we had Favre, which the kid's name was Favre because he used to always wear a Brett Favre jersey.
Oh.
Yeah, you call a kid. Yeah, that's easy. Especially because
Yeah.
he's wearing a football jersey to play basketball.
He
That's
just wore
weird.
it all the time.
That's weirdo
Just-
energy.
I don't know if he owned. Well, then he got really fat though and started wearing
Like ironically,
super
like around one of his arms.
Quadra X shirts but they were sleeveless, so they just looked like a giant pillowcase with holes for your arms to come out of, and then one in the middle for your head.
And then
He was just flashing everybody the side boob.
yeah, and I was gonna say that really fat guys always cut the entire sides out of their shirt so you can see all of their side fat.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a necessity.
Let it breathe.
You gotta let it breathe.
Hey, goddammit.
Don't want that cheese growing.
Oh. Well, these people, they could have been anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. We appreciate that. Make sure you don't get the cheese growing on you. Go to definitely not sell. Make sure you're going to definitelynotsellingdrugs.com. You're definitely not selling drugs there.
No drugs there.
Go check it out and check us out at BADFACTS.INFO for all of your podcast needs. David, Stone Dave, love
What's up?
you.
Love you. Welcome to the weed world.
But for this episode, this edition of my show with Alex and Jake, good night, universe.
That's podcast.
Yeah.
Good ducks.
Good ducks.